y'all doing tonight? I know it's been a warm couple days here in Florida. Well, at least my part. I don't know about your part. Could be the same or it could be wet. I wish it was wet down here. But here in the next couple months, I'm going to be saying I wish it would stop raining. But get our disclaimer out of the way. These are my views, not views of the SCV OCR a lot of cool things are coming up. A lot of cool stuff is coming up. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you say hi in the comments so I know you're there. I know I got six people watching, so in the comments, make sure you say hi. If you did say hi and I don't see it, please let me know, because Moose with the SCV chat had some issues with StreamYard the other day. Well, Monday night. Hey, Lee. Hey, Rick. Welcome to the show, guys. Glad you can be here. So a lot of cool stuff happened this week in various different camps. Various individuals were out there getting Confederate Heritage Month. Confederate Heritage Month. Hey, Dad. It's an inside joke with Mark Best. Most of you are in the Florida division knows that joke, or especially the Metcalf. Thank you, David King. Hey, sir, how's the Tennessee division doing tonight? I wish I had 87 degrees. It was in the 90s down here where I'm at. So a lot of cool stuff happened this weekend. Various different camps got out there and kicked off Confederate Heritage Month. So oh, is that all you had to say, Jeffro? Hey, Linda. Hey, Linda and Roy. If you guys are wondering what's behind me, that is my clan turn on my mother's side. Since besides this month being Confederate Heritage Month, it also is Scottish Heritage Month. Ooh. Hey, Keith. Good to see you, buddy. How's Clay County doing tonight? Man, I'm glad. A lot of people are. Ooh. So, let me get back to what I was saying is I'm a mixture between two clans. This is the ancient Dunlop tarn that's behind me. That was a tarn on my mother's side of the family. She was a Dunlop from Dunlop, Scotland. If you go, some people think tires and all that. I don't know if that's true or not, but but if you go to the Dunlop Castle there in Scotland, yes, that is my ancestral home. Same with on my dad's side. My dad's side goes back further in Scotland. Part of the MacPhail clan. I was reading an article the other day. A good friend of mine, Leon Arthur, provided me about how my clan, my dad's side of the family, the McFall clan and the McIntosh clan are somehow connected. So I'm still reading that. It is very interesting. Now in Scotland, my last name is actually Macphail. is the correct one. Granted, here when the McFall clan came to Scotland, came to the Ireland, then to the U.S., America. Screw the U.S., America, because that's what it was called at the time. The Americans, the spelling changed. Yeah, my direct line is MCFAOL. There's another side of my tree that is MCPHAIL. And there's another tree side of the tree that added an S to it. Oh, cool. See? I knew we could start talking about Scottish heritage, really get the chat going. Right, guys and girls? So that's a little bit of Scottish info. Probably go more in depth on that next show. Because this show, I have quite a bit of cool stuff that happened this weekend. I know Camp 1209 was out there busy. Camp 2150, my camp, Lieutenant Bogus camp. We did a recruitment booth down in Everglades City this weekend. Had some good conversations with people, nothing negative. I'm surprised, nothing negative, positive. The event was called the Full Throttle event. It was put on by a church down in Chuskalewski, which is just a little bit south. Very small town, very small, like a one-horse town type thing. Chuskalewski is. The church sponsored that event. Great event. Had good conversations with the pastor and various different people on the Christian meaning, the Confederate flag, the Scottish flag, Robert E. Lee's flag. As we know, Robert E. Lee, if anybody studies flags, as we know, Robert E. Lee's headquarters flag was the bread of Christ. As we all know, Scotland's flag and our ancestral flag for the Confederacy, the battle flag. Keep in mind the battle flag, or soldier's flag. Both had St. Andrew's cross on it, which is another Christian meaning. A lot of stuff that our ancestors did had Christian meanings to it. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Beth. A lot of things that our ancestors did, get back to what I was saying, had Christian meaning to it. So had a good conversation with the pastor and various different people about that. You know, a lot of about the Christian meanings for our ancestors. With that, if you check out Lieutenant Bogus Camp 2150's Facebook page, you can see all the pictures that I took. I even took the pictures and put it to music with Dixie. So check out that Facebook page when you get a chance. Yes, besides I'm the host of this show, I'm also the camp adjutant for Camp 2150. Plus being a brigade commander. So I have a lot on my plate. But I love all of you. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't love all of you. Cool. Good job, Lee. So we got some fun events coming up. Let's head over to the events. Yes. Camp 1387, Confederate Memorial Day, Old Melbourne Cemetery, 710 East Hibiscus Boulevard by the tracks, Melbourne, Florida. Setup will be at 1 p.m. Service starts at 2 p.m. Roy and Linda, that's the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, right? I believe I remember Roy talked about this a little bit last episode, and I do believe he said the 22nd. So with that, another camp news: Camp 1685 Confederate Memorial Day service. The Lieutenant Colonel Samuel. You know what? I'm going to butcher this. I know I'm going to do it, so I'm just going to say it right now. Most of you know me. The Colonel Samuel St. George Rogers Camp, 1865, Ocala, Florida, will be having their third annual Confederate Memorial Day service. Is having their third annual Confederate Memorial Day service on Wednesday, April 26th. At 6:30 p.m. The service will be held at the Confederate Memorial Johnny Reb statue located at the Veteran Memorial Plaza, downtown Ocala. The plaza is located on the southeast corner of East Silver Springs Boulevard and Northeast 25th Ave, Ocala, Florida. After the service, we'll be having a barbecue potluck and a social hour in the Park Pavilion. Barbecue provided by Camp 1865. Division Lieutenant Commander Daryl Ratchery will be in attendance as on with the 5th Brigade Commander Terry Beasley. Will have a color guard, drum, and life, and will be laying wreaths at the statue during the service. We have invited SCV camps from the 5th Brigade to attend, as well as the local UDC. Anyone else or any other camps interested in attending, please get a hold of Camp Commander Bob Heisberg at scvcamp1865@gmail.com. Thank you, Daryl and Bob, for sending that in. Oh, thanks, Linda. I knew I was going to screw it up. It's the 23rd. Yes, it is the 23rd because I haven't marked on my calendar this time, Linda. That way you don't have that. You don't give me a hard time. Whoa, thanks, Mark. Camp 1615 Finley's Brigade will be holding Confederate Memorial Service in the Soldiers section of East Cemetery in Quincy, Florida, April 22nd at 11 a.m. Barbecue lunch to follow. Woo, thanks, Mark. That's good to know, buddy. If any other camps out there or brigades or lieutenant commanders have anything, please email me. Let me know. That way I can let our constituents know. All right, Keith. You come out this weekend if you can to the Clay County Fair. SCV Camp 1209, Jacksonville, Florida. We'll have our half-scale replica of the Hunley. Great talks and education. Thanks, Keith. I've seen that replica. I enjoyed it in their Camp 1209 setup. They had it set up and everything at the what do you call Battle of Alesti. I almost had a brain fart. Ooh, there's a retreat to Appomattox. Cool. So with that, like I said, various different camps out there are got a lot of stuff going on. I thought I just got an email, but it turned out it wasn't an email. So I'm working on a presentation. I'm going to run it by you guys. Whoo, thanks, Bobby. Camp 1381 will be flagging graves on April 22nd at several Pine. Ooh. Oh, Victor, thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot about that. Victor Smith sent this in just a little bit ago. I almost forgot about it. Thanks, Victor, for letting me know. Remind myself. June 13th. June 13th. William Riley Mountain Camp 741 will be hosting Donna Barner, the daughter of the carver of Stone Mountain, Roy Flecker. I'm going to butcher the name, and Donna's going to beat me for it. The meeting will be at Perkins Restaurant in Lady Lake. Please contact Commander Victor Smith at vicsmith741@yahoo.com if you're planning on attending. Now, I've heard this lady speak before a couple of years ago at the Florida Mechanized Cavalry meetup. I really enjoyed her. I really enjoyed hearing her stories about her dad, eyewitness events from her. I got the book Behind the Green Screen. It's autographed. And I really enjoyed her. So if you get a chance to go meet Donna at Victor Smith's meeting on the 13th, go for it. You really enjoy her. And I know that's a Tuesday. And a lot of that's a drive for quite a bit of us. So if you get a chance to go see her, go for it. You won't be disappointed. It's a key word I was thinking of. Keep in mind, SCV chat is on Monday nights. They got Look Around the Confederation on Thursday nights. Good friend of mine in the chat, he has a show 8 p.m. Eastern time, Friday nights, in the Friends of the Douglas Shawell Freeman group. Ready. The Finley's Brigade will be supporting the Ann Jackson chapter UDC with a Confederate memorial service April the 23rd in Old Town Cemetery, Tallahassee at 3 p.m. Will also be dedicated newly installed marker for 3 men killed at the Battle of Natural Bridge. There are L. Tipton, Johnny Grubbs, and Johnny Els. Military honors will be rendered. All invited. Thanks, Mark. Ooh, a lot of cool events coming up for the Confederate Heritage Month. Remember, get out there. Go to a cemetery. Put a flag on a Confederate veteran. You know, something really hits my heart. Doing the event with the Daughters of the American Revolution in Alva. We do. We support them with Reach Across America. And the key thing they teach is remembrance. It's exactly what we're doing too. It's remembering our Confederate ancestors and soldiers. So when you go to that cemetery, you put that flag right next to that Confederate veteran. Shout out his name. Let him know that he's being remembered when you place that flag. Exactly, Linda. Thank you. This Thursday will be Commander Comments. Look Around the Confederation. That's usually our Commander-in-Chief, Jason Boshears. And which Kennedy is it, Linda? I don't know if it's Ron or Donald. But it's with one of the Kennedy brothers. So it's usually a good time. So you have an idea of what's going on with the SCVs directly from our horse's mouth. Not my mouth, his mouth. our Commander-in-Chief, Jason Boshear's mouth. It's always a good time. Talk with Jason, hearing his comments, what he's been working on our behalf. Keep in mind, we got division reunion coming up. Make sure you get your paperwork in. Go to the Florida division reunion. You're going to have fun. And look around. Florida will be going wild at that event. Respectfully going wild. With that, if you're going to division reunion, yes, Ron Kennedy. Thanks, Linda. Yes, good point. Good point, Mark. So keep in mind, if you're going to the division reunion, spend that extra $5. Get your ancestor's name in the program. Years go by, we're gone from this earth, right? Our loved ones, I don't like to talk about bad stuff, but our loved ones will be going through our stuff. They might find a program that you went to the Florida Division Reunion. They look through it. They see your name and your ancestor's name, and they may have asked questions. They may go to Ancestral. They might go to Fold3, various different other ones, and do some research to learn who you were and who your Confederate ancestor was. I got 3 programs right here for the last 3 years of division reunion that I went to. It's always a fun time. Hey, Kim. Kim Colors is in the chat. So don't forget the Guardian program. Lisa Bess, Mary, and Black Chapter 5 OCA received her pin and certificate from Commander Kelly. She is the first female in the Guardian program. Congratulations, Lisa. Let her know that, Mark. Remember, the Guardian program, you don't have to be a male descendant. You can be a male or female. Get people registered for that. So it's a great way to help out our cemetery committee. Our Graves committee. Thanks, Mark. Good to hear that. So get back in our the discussion I want to have tonight. As you all know, you cannot, when you go to a cemetery, you place that flag. Don't forget shout out the Confederates tonight. I'm going to be talking about, yes, I am part of the Guardian program, and I'll be talking about the person I'm guardian for. I found some interesting info on him. Private Theodore R. Dean. Let me bring up his tombstone for you guys. I can't do that. And okay. There you go, guys. Let me this, when I put in for the Guardian program, this is who I'm taking care of. This is at the Buckingham Cemetery in Buckingham, Florida. There's 7 other graves right there in a row that hey, Kim, good to see you, sir, that I take care of. There's a total of 7 right there. There's like 3 others scattered throughout the cemetery. This is the one I submitted for the Guardian program. So with that, I've been diving into him a little bit to get to know him, since this is Confederate Heritage Month. So, with that being, there we go. Death of an old citizen. Uncle T.R. Dean, one of Lee County old citizens, died quietly of a heart failure at his house at Buckingham last Friday afternoon. The funeral took place Saturday afternoon. Last Friday. Funeral took place Saturday afternoon with Masonic honors. 15 members of Tropical Lodge number 56 F and A and M going from here to Buckingham in the launch Andrews. What I'm reading is his obituary. It is kind of faded, so please bear with me. It was a special request of Mr. Dean that the Masons take charge of his funeral. He was one of the charter members of the Fort Myers Lodge. Mr. Dean was about 80 years of age. He was a very large man, weighing in the neighborhood of 2 bundles and 50 pounds, and considered both his age and heavy physical. B was quite active and well preserved almost up to the time of his death. He came to Fort Myers about 20 years ago, and for some years conducted a wagon and a blacksmith shop. Later moves up to the river, and in recent years settled at Orange River. He was a man who never made an enemy, always had a kind greeting for everyone, and had a heart that fully measured up to the largest portion of the man. May he rest in peace. Yes, you're correct, Mark. The Dean family has been in Lee County for a long time now. In here at the Buckingham Cemetery, if you come into the gate, you go to the back left corner of the cemetery. There, I've met one of Mr. Dean's descendants. I believe, if my memory serves me right, there are 7 generations buried in that cemetery. I gotta say, wow. It's almost like my dad's side of the family, Ohio, Pennsylvania area. 7 generations buried right there. So I'm still diving into Mr. Dean. Learning more and more about him. I thought it was pretty cool, and I got to give a shout out to Joanne Miller for that piece of info. She put that on his Find a Grave link. Let me get that for you. Let me take this one down. So if you want to dig into Mr. Dean and the Dean family, there's a good start on Find a Grave. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can find out about your ancestors or a grave that you're taking care of on Find a Grave. Me personally, I use multiple tools when I'm doing my research. I do Find a Grave. I use Ancestral. Sometimes I just type the name into Google and let it fly and see what comes up. So it's pretty interesting to learn more and more about Private Dean. Private Dean was a private company, G9 Florida Infantry. All right, Linda and Roy, you have a good night. Good seeing you. So if you have any information on a Confederate soldier that you're guardian, please let me know. Or you can let me know that you want to come on the show and talk about it. You never know. Mark Best may be back on the show again. He's always welcome. Yep. Oh, been a crazy past couple of days. Yeah, like I said, various different camps got out there and doing stuff. Hey, ready. So if you have a project, oh yeah. My mind was going sideways, and I had to remind myself on a couple of things. Ooh, David, just let me know when. You use the same platform I do. Ugh. So, a lot of cool events coming up. Little history lesson that I just did on Mr. Dean. I'm still diving into him. I want to learn more about him. Yeah, especially his mom and dad and all that stuff. So I did a little bit of a presentation that I did. I'm still working on it. I'm fine tuning it. I'm going to fine tune it for my camp meeting. Because everybody in my camp have been instructed to do a little bit of information on their Confederate ancestor. If they don't have a Confederate ancestor, but they take care of a cemetery and there's a Confederate soldier in there, to do some research on that one. If you don't have access to your computer, you're watching the show through your phone, remember, you got public libraries. No, I'm not a captain, Jim. I'm a lieutenant. So keep in mind, Division Reunion coming up. If you're in the OCR, please check out the Florida Division OCR Facebook page. Keller did send me something about the OCR Division Reunion. It's going to be at the same time as the SCV Florida Division Reunion up there in Trenton. So, oh, Jim, I just talked to you a couple minutes ago. I'm like you. We're both worn out. It's been a crazy day, crazy couple of days. So, remember, if you pre-register for the division reunion, do the ancestral thing, get your ancestor's name in the program, and you get a special gift from our division commander. So, yeah, exactly, Jim. I'm always looking forward to it. Keep in mind at the division reunion this year, Friday night, it's going to be a meetup. Bring whatever you want to drink. We're going to be meeting up at the Quality Inn in Chiefland. So if you want to come and hang out. Ooh, David, I got to talk to you about that. I'm thinking about getting my info together for that too. I have questions. So I'll poke you later about that. Uh, so we're doing a meetup Friday night there in the Quality Inn in Chiefland, Poolside. It's gonna be a fun time. Jeff Kine wants to do a turn party. I'm always down to wear my turn. So that'd be a fun time, catching up with everybody, talking. Yeah, David, I PM you. Exactly, Mark. We have a lot of stuff to talk about at the division reunion. Uh, this is a very important one. We have some amendments that we need to vote on. So please make sure you're there. Camp commanders, camp adjutants, if you're not able to make that event, but you're sending a representative from your camp, make sure you get with your brigade commanders or lieutenant commanders on who your representative is. Especially our division commander needs to know. That way, somebody that can speak for the camp and vote for the camp if the camp commander or the adjutant's not able to make it. So we have a few amendments to vote on. I like the amendments. Me and my camp, we've been talking about them here and there about them. I like the idea of moving the division reunion around the state due to the fact we get to go to different parts of the state. Yeah, you never know. We might end up at a hotel and there in Cedar Key that has everything at the same location. Those are usually the best times because when we used to do that in Ocala, we had fun. Yeah, I barely stayed in my motel unless I slept. I was down there hanging out with all you till about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, getting to know you, or if I haven't seen you for a while, type thing. A note from one of our sponsors, a good friend of mine. If you're looking for this DVD, it's a cool DVD. It has Leon Arthur in it. Another guy, Keith, he's a reenactor, and they talk about the Cow Cavalry in the state of Florida. If you're looking for this DVD, please poke DeLynn. She's on Facebook, DeLynn Anderson. I don't know how many copies they got left, but they'll mail you one. I know there's a price involved. I think it was like $10 plus shipping and handling. If you hit up DeLynn, she'll fill you in on all those details to get yourself a copy. I have this right here, and I enjoy it. I've learned a lot. Granted, it got my mind wondering, so I dive into various different people in the Cow Cavalry. The Roberts family, the Knights, the Henrys, the Roberts, Knights, the Bogguses. They were all connected. They were all cattlemen. It talks a little bit about Jacob Summerlin. So if you want to learn about what Florida did to defend its public or its cattle, because at the time, Florida was the largest beef producer. Hi, David. Good seeing you, sir. Good to know, Jim. Hey, Jim, how about this? Next show, Tuesday, I got to do a thing with my dad. How about Wednesday, Jim? If you can do some research on him, I'd love to bring you on the show. We could talk about him. Exactly, David. Exactly. Don't go to the altar of history for worship. Go for inspiration. So, if you want more information on the Florida Division reunion, if you're a Florida Division full member, and if you're not on the division members only Facebook page, poke me, poke your camp commander adjutant, Rick Roberts, and ask why. As long as we're sending you the link, you just fill out the questionnaire with your member number and all that, and the admins will approve you, so you have an idea of what's going on in the division. Or you can wait to my show. Either or. So with that being said, like I said, it's been a long day, long, hot, warm day. I love all. Oh, I forgot to do one of my intros. I'll do it next week. With that being said, I love all of you. Stay Southern. We're going to end the show with this. Have a good night, y'all.
My dad told me he always had a kinship to the battle flag. Always growing up, he knew there was something there, but he couldn't put it together. I called my 97-year-old grandmother, and I asked her, do we have any soldiers in the family? I gave her 3 descriptions. Verde, which means green, for modern-day soldier. Blue, azul, or gris, means gray. And she said, mijo, which means my son in Spanish, is gris. It was gray. My great-great-grandfather was named Andres Torres Rodriguez. He was born in Mexico. He was a laborer. And he was an 8th Texas Infantry, and his unit later on got incorporated to the Texas 33rd Cavalry under Santos Benavides, who was the highest Mexican-American Confederate officer. He was a colonel. There was over 13,000 Hispanic soldiers throughout the Confederate States, but out of those 13,000 were 2,500 Tejanos. And it's 2 words combined. Texas in Spanish is Tejas. Mexican in Spanish, Mexicano. You combine both words, Tejano. They contributed a lot for Southern independence. I think that they deserve respect, honor, and dignity under the Confederate flag that they fought for. There was people of color, Mexican people, and other Hispanics, and other people of color that fought in this war. Everyone's reason was different, but primarily they fought in this war for their independence and to protect their homeland. I joined the SCV because I'm extremely proud of my Confederate heritage. I have Confederate DNA. I just want to ensure that the present generation and future generations know and never forget the contributions of Hispanics in the War of Northern Aggression. I am Richard Luna Garcia, the great-great-grandson of Private Andres Torres Rodriguez, a Tejano Confederate soldier.
Stay Southern, stay Scottish, and happy Confederate Memorial Month. Have a good night. Love all of you. See you soon.